Could you take a slight step back? There we go.
Give me a big clap. Massive clap. Massive clap without hurting, so there we go.
For me, I'd say the word gamer means a form of entertainment that brings together so many different forms of people from all walks of life. Because, like, generally something about gaming that's different from a lot of different entertainment platforms is you can look at someone and kind of guess what sort of music they listen to and what sort of taste and fashion and stuff like that based on that. But you can't really look at someone and be like, oh, you play this type of game, you play this type of game, because you never know. For me personally, I love strategy games, but you wouldn't look at me and be like, oh yeah, you love strategy games. So, yeah.
I think for me, it means a group of people getting together, sharing experiences, having fun, something really visual instead of mundane walls. So yeah, I think that's what it means.
I think it's just anyone that plays games. It doesn't matter whether you're on mobile, it doesn't matter whether you've got like a stonking great big PC that you play on. It's just if you would like playing games, it doesn't matter if it's Candy Crush, doesn't matter if it's Fortnite. If you like playing them, you can claim that title. It's kept by some people. But yeah, it's anyone who likes to play games.
If someone has a negative perception of the word, I'd say, one, try it out.
You need to open up your mind. Open up your mind, because right now, it's a peace of mind when you're playing games. It takes a load off. It's chilled, you can network with people. So people that have negative thoughts against gaming, that's like some 1985 malarkey, it's nonsense. Yeah. It's all about gaming. It is. It's growing so rapidly at the moment. I don't know why anyone wants to have a bad word against it.
I think if you have a negative connotation of the word, you need to maybe experience more communities within gaming. There are so many different kinds, and there are so many different kinds of people within gaming, and so many different types of games out there that it just, maybe you're experiencing the wrong kind.
It's one of those ones where it's a form of entertainment. It's a form of escapism for some people. Some people just like to take the time away. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in life. Life is hard at the end of the day. And just being able to have that moment to explore, live a fantasy of things. People love movies, people love music. It's just a different form of entertainment. And I feel like there's no need to have that negative connotation, because one, it's a way, as I said, as a form of escapism, but there is also the side of it's a career. It is a massive career. There's a lot within gaming. It's a growing industry, but there's so much you can do, from being a streamer, playing esports, being really good at a game, to being behind the camera, doing all different things, as well as working within game development itself. So I believe it's something that we should embrace, as it is growing, it is getting better, and yeah, it's not the same as it used to be.
So the game that got me into gaming was Batman Vengeance, which is a game I played on PC with my dad, and we both have a love of Batman. My dad is not that into games, but he tries. He just has really bad motion sickness, but he's finally getting into some video games now. But Batman Vengeance was the game that got me into actually enjoying video games, and I was on PC before I had any consoles and stuff. I used to play like floppy disk games, like educational games and stuff. So that was, they didn't really get me into gaming, but Batman Vengeance did. And I remember looking at walkthroughs with my dad and trying to figure out how to get around bits that we were stuck on. And yeah, that was the first game that got me really into gaming.
So I think I remember playing a lot of like platformers on the SNES when I was quite young, sort of Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country. But the game that made me go, whoa, this is something more than just something for fun, had to be Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 1. Just because like every time I play it, I feel like I take something new from the story. The game is so complex. I've had the pleasure of hosting a couple of panels on Final Fantasy VII at PAX East, which is incredible. So just to be able to have a game that resonates with so many people and says so much and is deeply rooted in psychology, was just something that really struck a chord with me when I was younger and has stayed with me since.
What is the game that got you into video games?
Pokemon Yellow. Like, that game was the catalyst of all of my love for gaming, and what actually encouraged me to write a fantasy series as well, which was based around my love of gaming, and it all started with Pokemon Yellow.
We are here today. I was going to say we're gathered here today. Speech. We're here today to talk about